How often do we place our faith in our possessions? In tomorrow, in our future, in our plans. We line out our career. We know every single step we're going to take for the next 10 years. We know when we're going to get married. We've tried to get all these things planned, but we don't even know if we have tomorrow. So turn your attention back to Matthew 5 for a moment. Notice this. There's a reason why I broke that down. Jesus does not make any error in his teaching or his words. So when he says, you are the light of the world, I want you to understand, a lot of believers read this and they add to it subconsciously. Sam? A lot of believers add to it, and I'm going to tell you what they add to it. They read it, and they don't read, you are the light of the world. Here's what they read, Haley. Are you ready for this? This is how we read this text often, subconsciously. Instead of it saying, you are the light of the world, we read it as you are slowly becoming a light to the world, and one day you may get there. We read it as you are not a light yet, but once you get married and have that house, then you'll be a light to the world. We read it as you may be a light. Or we read it as you are sometimes a light, and that's cool. Choose when you want to shine. It's fine. You can turn it off and on. Jesus has no other conditions. Jesus says, you are the light of the world. Jesus is not speaking about tomorrow. He's speaking about today because you don't even know if you have a tomorrow. But a lot of us in this room are putting off or delaying our shining. We're delaying when we're going to live for Jesus. Understand this. I would love for you to write this down. When Jesus says you are the light, he is stating what a believer already is, not what a believer might become. He's speaking about you right now, college student. If you're a believer, he's talking about you right now, not when you hit 30, not when you have kids. You'll shine then, but he's saying that you are meant to be the light of the world right now. This reveals a huge thing to us, that it is our very nature as believers to be a light to the world. Hear me. It is not just your calling to be a light. It is your nature to be a light. It is not just your calling to be a light. It is your characteristic. It's not just what you do. It quite literally is who you are. So when you and I try to not live for Jesus, when we try to blend in with the world, when we try to blend in with darkness, you're not just saying no to your calling. You're going against your very nature.